up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lanita and welcome to the gang. So today we are going to be talking about a few Crayon Case products that I purchased recently. They are a Black-owned business that specializes in these super pigmented eyeshadows. They have loose pigments, they have face powders, eyeshadow primer, they have a lot of different products, and the whole theme is very like back to school. It's so cute. The aesthetics of the brand is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of how committed Beauty Bakery is to the bakery aesthetic. It reminds me of that, and I think they're actually coming out with a collaboration soon. Anyways, the Crayon Case is a beautiful brand. The owner, Supa, is such an inspiring woman, such a boss, okay? Hustler at its finest, okay? She's so bomb. So I was so excited to go on their website and finally order some products because I've really been wanting to check out their products for a while. So in today's video, I didn't order any of the eyeshadows. I just figure I have a lot of eyeshadow right now. I'm really interested in seeing what their complexion products was hitting for, because I didn't really see a lot of reviews on their loose powders. So when they came out with the concealers, and I also have a lot of loose powders, so I was like, I ain't buying none of them either. But I love concealer and foundation. Concealer and foundation are like my jam, okay? I love skincare and skin products. They're like my fave. So what I did was I purchased a few different concealers. One to test out what shade will be perfect for me, a nice contour shade, and I just wanted to play around with their shade range a little bit. So I purchased 5 different concealers, and off the bat, these little colorful end caps at the bottom are confusing as hell to me. I think it's supposed to go along with the whole highlighter vibe, but I think they could have done without that, because if I'm just grabbing these out of my kit, I don't know which color I'm grabbing. You do have the tube itself, which you can look at to see, okay, which shade of brown am I pulling for, but this isn't the makeup that you're seeing. This is a plastic tube. So this isn't true to color of the product that's within this. You see, you know what I'm saying? So the whole packaging, I could pretty much do without. On top of that, because it's a little hollow, the construction of the tube, when you squeeze it, it's really hard to control how much product comes out. But other than that, I will say what is pretty dope about it is the price point. I think these were all $5 or $6, I want to say, which is why I was able to buy a bunch. And this is a pretty large tube, so you get a good amount of product in here. Again, with the applicator though, I can see someone over dispensing how much product they're going to use, because it's really hard to control how much product comes out of here. Excuse me, I got a burp. So those are my 2 qualms about this concealer. But that price point is dope. It is so dope. Like, you could buy the entire collection of concealers if you need to buy a nice concealer for your kit. That'll last you a while because of how much you get in here without breaking the bank, for real. Like, that's dope. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch the ones that I bought, and I'm gonna swatch them right on my cheek. So I'm gonna swatch from darkest to lightest of the colors that I bought. So the first one is number 21. And a little was already coming out, so I'm just gonna swatch that right on my cheek. And then we have 18. See what I'm saying? I have to like really control when I'm squeezing so I don't squeeze a bunch out. And then we have number 17. That's this one with this like goldish orange cap. See how much I just squeezed out? And I don't even need that much for this swatch. See what I'm saying? Ugh. We have 16. Did I do that one already? No. That is a huge jump, Jesus. And then we have the lightest color I bought in the range that is, which is number 15. Okay, so we're gonna count them down again. We got 21. This is that dark shade. We got 18, which is like a cool tone shade here. We have 17, which is giving me a little orange. We have 16, which is very peachy. And then we have 15, which is very golden. So I would probably mix 15, which is this one back here, and 17 to get a good highlight shade for me. I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how I apply these concealers, and then I wanna get your thoughts in the comments. So I'll be right back to do my brows, and then I'll come back to finish my face on camera. See you later. All right guys, I'm back. So I did my brows off camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my face. We're gonna start with foundation. I'm gonna take a little bit of this new oil that I got. It's the Luminous Dry Oil by Black Radiance, and I'm gonna mix that in with my favorite foundation right now, which is the Can't Stop Won't Stop from NYX, and I am in the shade Mocha. Smells so good. I love it. It gives me such like a nice dewy finish. But a soft dewy finish. Like I don't look super glowy. I just look a little brightened. Don't forget to get them ears, baldies. If you're a baldy like me, don't forget to hit them ears. And that neck, all the way down. All right, once that's done, the hell is that? Where do y'all be coming from? Like, I know where that came from actually. 1, time of the month. 2, I've been craving Cokes. I have drank so many Cokes in the last few days. So like I said before, I'm gonna go back in with these two colors. This is the color 17, which is more of my complexion. And then this is the color 15, which is like a golden highlight. It's really pretty. It's just too light for me, that's all. First, I'm gonna go right in with the 17 color, and I'm just gonna try to squeeze out, not a ton, but a good amount. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna squeeze out that much, and I'm gonna go right in on my skin. Now this applicator, I'm more of a wand applicator, but I like how this applicator like really gets into like the contours of my eye. I really like that. And I like how hydrating this concealer is. This concealer is ideal for dry skin. I think if you're oily or combination, I don't know if you would like it as much because you're gonna get I'm like rubbing, nothing's coming out. You're gonna get some shine with it. So you might want to mattify it down. But for dry skin, this comes through. And the other thing is, as you're using this to blend, so much product gets around the ring of it where it's pretty messy. That's the other, this whole applicator, the formula I love. I love the formula of this, but the applicator, I don't rock with. So I'm gonna go right on top of that color, and I'm gonna go in with number 15 and just put a few dots in there. I'm gonna tell you, because these concealers are so good, and because the price point is so good, I wouldn't even give a damn about the applicator, honestly. My thing, I would just have to squeeze it out onto my hand or onto my, onto a dish or something like that, you know, so that I can really be able to utilize these concealers the way I want to. I would not go in the way I did if you really need a lot of control. So I'm gonna let that sit for just a second, dry down a little bit, and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna grab my beauty blender and just go ahead and work this in. I just love how hydrated my under eyes look. Don't pay attention to my lashes. I got some leftover lash glue on there that I can't get off, but stay focused. But look at that hydrated finish. Like, that finish is so beautiful. It's not drying at all, and it's so comfortable. Like, even though it may have looked like I put a lot on, it's so comfortable and lightweight to wear. So now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty powder. This is in the color Hazelnut. And I'm gonna set my under eye. I do 2 different setting powders. So I use the Fenty Beauty one because it's closer to my skin tone. And then I go in with a Huda Beauty one to brighten my under eye. And you don't need a lot. I swear you don't. If you use a lot of the Fenty Beauty powder, you get cakey real quick. So literally use just a little bit, honestly. Not even lying to you. And I use it to set my eyelids. Then I go back and just set the rest of my face with everything that's left over on the sponge. Once that's set, I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty powder in the color Kunafa. It's like a golden color. And I'm just gonna put a bunch of it in my little top. And then I'm gonna go with my Morphe R5 and set. Bring it down the side of my nose. Let that sit there for a second. I hate the faces I make. When I put my makeup on, it's like, it's like, girl, get it together. I'm gonna put a little bit more on the sides of my nose. And while that's setting, I'm gonna go in with my Dark Deep Mineralize Skin Finish from MAC just to set the rest of my face. And lightly set it, because I still want that radiance to shine through. But I'm just gonna use that to lightly set the rest of my face. And then I'm gonna use that to dust off that powder. Be careful when you're dusting off your excess powder, because depending on the type of brush you use, you can literally move around everything you just did. I like to use this Morphe brush, the M426, because these wispy ends wipe off excess powder really nicely. I'm gonna tell you, when I first got this brush, I was like, I don't know what I would use that for because I feel like it didn't set my face powder really well. And then I realized I had to find a better way to use it, which I really use it to dust off excess powder. These wispy ends, and as finishing powder, it's really nice. I don't use it if I'm doing powder foundation on people because I don't feel like it holds onto powder that well where it would make a large impact, but I really like it as a finishing powder brush. And then I like to go in with it and sort of pat everything in. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face with the powder foundation from Lancome. It's in the color 560 Suede C. This is a Japonesque brush from Target. It's a powder brush, but because of the point that it comes to, I like to use it for bronzing. I bring my bronzer pretty far in because my bald head makes my head look a lot more round. I don't have hair to define the contours of my face, so I like to bring my bronzer in pretty far. Then I'm gonna take that same powder and take my M334. This brush fits perfectly down the sides of my nose, and I'm just gonna lightly contour my nose, bring it up into my brows, and I even throw a little bit in the crease too. Now I'm gonna throw on some blush. This is the color Snapdragon from Sephora. Just gonna swirl into both of these, dust off any excess, and blush my cheeks. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face down with the color I Stand from O & Glow Cosmetics. So freaking pretty. Woo! Look at that glow. And that radiance from this spray, the radiance that O & Glow Cosmetics spray gives it's unmatched. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some lashes, some eyeliner, and I'll be right back to talk about what we think about this concealer and show you the 2 lipsticks that I bought. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I just finished off the rest of my face. So now I'm gonna show you the 2 lip colors that I got. These are their liquid lipsticks. And I got 2. I got one in the color Presidential, which is like a blue. Pretty opaque too. And then I got the color Crawfish. This is a red, not a blue red. It's like a true fuchsia red. It's really pretty. I think I'm gonna go with Crawfish for this look. That's really pretty. That's a really nice red. And I did use this last weekend on a dance competition, and these dancers wore this lipstick and it looked amazing on stage, and it does not move. It doesn't fade. I would just say let it dry before you start drinking and eating and everything like that. But when I tell you it ain't going nowhere, it ain't going nowhere. Okay guys, so my final thoughts on the concealer and the Crayon Case liquid lipsticks, thumbs up. Thumbs up. I know I had some concerns earlier about the packaging of the concealers, but for the finish that you get, the color payoff that you get, it's bomb. It's so bomb. It's so comfortable and hydrating to wear. And I could be biased because I have dry skin, and this is the type of concealer that sets it off for me. It checks all the boxes. And the price point of these concealers is off the chain. If you are not familiar with the Crayon Case, please follow Super Scent on Instagram. Follow the Crayon Case on Instagram. This video was not sponsored by them, but Super is an amazing personality. She keeps you laughing and she is all the way real, honey. I love her whole vibe. And we support Black businesses. It's Black History Month, for goodness sakes. So we supporting Black businesses, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That concludes this video. I hope you guys like this look. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to the family, turn on that bell for post notifications on Instagram. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah! Bye.